Namaste everyone. Good morning. Thank you all for joining HTGC Yoga live session. Saturday morning, beautiful weekend. Wherever you are, maybe at your home, maybe some park. But thank you all for joining. It's such an honor to practice with you. And I know this is different times where we cannot physically get together at the temple. But I'm happy that we are able to get together virtually in this fashion. So this is a time for your practice, my practice, and this is a time for everyone's practice. So let's enjoy. So let's go. Palms in Anjali Mudra. Sit comfortably. You can close your eyes. Take a slow, deep inhales. Slow, deep exhales. Inhaling, exhaling. Next time, when you inhale, on your exhale, begin to chant the mantra Om. Continue a few more times. One last time. I hope you're on your exhales, you suck the belly in, pull the abdominal muscles in, and you completely exhale. Last time, one last time. So on this particular Omkar pranayam, one thing to remember is to do the locks, Mula Bandha, root lock, and that is very important. And then what we are doing is trying to do the Jalandhar Bandha at the end. Jalandhar Bandha, abdominal lock, and we are not doing the Jalandhar Bandha, not the throat lock, but just the abdominal lock. So mostly the root lock is the most important part in that Omkar Pranava, the Omkar Pranayam. So let's begin with the prayer. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Slowly open your eyes. So as we begin to warm up, bring your arms up, reach up, inhale, arms into Anjali Mudra, all the way up, reaching up. You can also stretch if you like to, looking up. Stretch as high as you can go, as tall as you can go. On your exhale, slowly bring your arms away from you as you bring your arms towards the floor. And even bring chin towards the chest. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, touching the Mother Earth, slowly reaching towards the ground as you bring chin towards the chest. Inhale, exhale. Slowly connecting with your breath, moving with your breath, and that is the intention here. Slow, deep inhalations, slow, deep exhalations. So it may be challenging because a lot of times we are stuck at home, working from home, and this is the time to let go any tightness, any um, stress, strain in your bodies. This is the time to intentionally focus on those parts of the body and nurture your body. Love your body. This time we're going to twist. Bring your arms up, all the way up. Place your left hand on the right knee, and then see if you can stretch and twist, keeping the spine straight, elongated. Place your hands, fingertips behind you, back. You're not leaning back, only gently supporting you back, keeping the spine straight. As you exhale, slowly twist back. Turn your head back and feel the stretch on the left side of the neck. Look through the right corners of the eye, deep twisting, elongating your spine, stretching your neck muscles, relaxing your shoulder muscles, relaxing your eyes, looking through the corners of the eyes, all the way 270 degrees. Come back in the center, reach up again, deep inhale. This time, place your right hand on the left side, on your left knee, keeping the spine straight, elongated. Place your fingertips on the mat. Support your spine straight with your left hand on the mat and deepen the twist on your exhale. Completely bring your left shoulder behind the right and turn your head behind and feel the stretch on the right side of the neck muscles and look through the left corners of the eye. Slowly come back to the center again. We're going to do a few more, like a forward bend and then backward bend as well. So that helps not only with the twist, but also with the elongation of the spine and opening up your energy chakras, energy channels. So bring your arms up. Now this time, if you like to switch your sitting stance from a cross-legged stance to a Japanese style, this is the time to change. Make any adjustments you need to make. Use a blanket if you need to. So sit comfortably before we go into the deep forward bend, right? So sit comfortably, knees are at a reasonable distance, heels are apart, you're sitting between your heels in this Japanese style sitting. Bring your arms up, keeping the spine straight, elongated, reaching high. Now see, keeping the spine straight, reach forward, fold forward as you bring the forehead towards the ground. And the goal is to keep the spine straight. If necessary, if you can widen your knees a little further so you can keep the spine straight, walk your hands forward as you bring close to the mat, as you bring forehead close to the mat. If that isn't helping you, maybe widen your knees a little further away so you can keeping the spine straight, making the room, keeping the spine straight as you bring the forehead all the way to the ground, to the mat. And in this posture, this is a lot of advantages. It's similar to the child's pose, but we were also going to be doing like a yoga mudra. So bringing your awareness to each and every energy centers along the spine. So the first energy center that we're going to focus on, take the breath all the way to the root chakra, base of the spine, the first energy center in our body. As you focus on that energy center, visualize the color red emanates from that. The vibration of that energy chakra is red, color red. And also you're connecting with the earth as you're staying grounded, connected to the earth. And then focus on chanting the Bij mantra. The Bij mantra here is Lam, L-A-M, Lam. On your exhales, just keep chanting the mantra as it resonates, as it awakens that energy, the Kundalini energy at that base of the spine, the root chakra. Lam. Lam. next time when you exhale, you can chant multiple times on a single long exhale if you like. And this multiple chant, every time you chant, you bring the belly further in and further in and further in until there's no more air to exhale. So let's try that. Chanting multiple times, step by step, gradually suck the belly in. Rather than continuous one long chant, it's a multiple chants, and you phase by phase, step by step, you suck the belly in and you gradually exhale. But it is a single long exhale. You're just breaking into multiple parts. Lam, 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 lam. So notice that when there's no more air to exhale, that's when you stop chanting. Now bring your awareness to the second energy center along the spine, sacral chakra along the spine, close to your genital organs, few inches below the belly. Focus on this, connecting with the reproductive healing energy at this chakra, and this represents the water element. The first one was the earth, and this one is the water. And visualize the color orange at this center. As you chant at this beej mantra, here is Vam, V-A-M, Vam, on your exhale. Vam. So notice the first couple of times around, we're doing continuous long exhale and continuous one single chant. So third time, when we do it, we could do gradual exhale and gradual step-by-step chant multiple times. But it is a single long exhale chanting multiple times. Vam, 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 vam. Now bring your awareness to the third energy center, core chakra, at the navel area. And this is the Manipura chakra, the city of jewels. And this is the most important chakra to the asanas practice. And this is where we ignite the fire, warm up the belly. And this is the fire, this is the energy, we draw the energy to the practice. And this chakra is so important, so we focus on belly breathing a lot in the asanas practice. So focus on this core chakra, Manipura chakra, and then the beej mantra here is Ram, R-A-M, Ram. Visualize the color of the fire, yellow, at the center. Deep inhale, focusing on the core chakra, exhaling. Ram. So first time, one single exhale, one single chant. Second time, multiple times, chant multiple times on the long exhale. Take a deep breath into the core. Ram, 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 ram. So it cleanses those energy centers, opens up those energy centers along the spine. The main energy channel along the spine is Sushumna channel. So bring your awareness to the fourth energy center at the heart center, and this chakra represents the wind element. So these are earth, water, fire, and wind, the fourth element. Here the wind represents when you deep inhale, open and expand your lungs to the fullest, open your heart to the fullest. And then at this connecting, as you connect with the wind element, you connect with your deep compassion inside your heart, deep love inside your heart. As you focus on this heart center, inhaling, on your exhale, chant the beej mantra Yam, Y-A-M, Yam, Anhata chakra. And this chakra is the spiritual chakra, and this is where we focus on the meditation. There are entire beautiful meditation techniques developed focusing on the heart center. And the heartfulness meditation is one of the techniques. So focus on this heart center, the spiritual center, Focus on connecting with the wind as you open your heart, open your lungs to the fullest on your inhale. On your exhale, visualize that there is a green shining diamond inside your heart locus, and you focus on the color green shines emanates from your heart center. On your exhale, chant the Bij mantra Yam. Yam. Second time, on your exhale, chant multiple times. Yum, 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 yum. Now bring your awareness to the throat center, the fifth energy center, and this is the chakra where it represents the space, Akash, the inner space and the outer space. It merges into this connection of this chakra, Vishuddhi chakra. And this is the fifth element of the universe. Focus on this center, visualize the color of the sky, the blue color, as we inhale through the throat center, exhale through the throat center, and this is the Ujjayi breathing, a different breathing technique. And this is victorious breath. And we focus on this breathing, kind of breathing in the asanas practice as well. It cleanses, a cleansing breath, and then it's really improves your respiratory system, digestive system, nervous system. Focus on this center as you inhale through the throat, as you exhale through the throat center, as you connect with the space, visualize the color blue, chanting the Bij mantra hum, H-A-M, hum. Make sure you're breathing through the throat and breathing, exhaling through the throat center. Inhale through the throat center. Hum, 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 hum. Now bring your awareness to the sixth energy center on the forehead, Ajna chakra, and this represents another spiritual center. This is the most important center, I would say, during the meditation practice. And many of us at the Hindu temple, and this is the technique we follow when we practice the Raja Yoga. This is the center we focus on as you meditate, as you go deep within, as you connect with your deeper inner self. And this Ajna chakra is where all the three major energy channels, the Sushumna channel through the center of the spinal cord, and the left and the right, either on the Pingala, they almost merge at this center and this Triveni Sangamam at this Ajna chakra. And this chakra controls every other chakra below it. So this is important. As you focus on this center, you may be able to see the inner light of this chakra. Some white, bright light, or maybe colored light at this chakra. If you don't see any colored light or white light, you can visualize the color indigo at this chakra. As you focus on this center, as you remove any darkness, illusions, delusions that you think you are separate from the universe, which is not the truth. The truth is really we're all interconnected. What happens to you indirectly affects me and affects everyone. What happens to me affects you and everyone in the world. So we are all deeply interconnected. So focus on this center, remove the ignorance, illusions, delusions, move the curtain and allow the light pass through this center. As you inhale, as you exhale, you can chant the mantra Om. Spelling for the Om, you all know A-U-M, which has 3 syllables. On this center, focus on the center, inhaling, exhaling. Now Now bring your awareness to the seventh energy center on the crown of the head, top of the head. And this is the highest energy center. Focusing on this center, becoming one with the inner self, becoming one with the cosmic self. Become one with the whole universe. And you feel the oneness with everything at this center. And that's the ultimate goal of yoga. Means union. Union of body, mind, and spirit. And this is the center. You focus on the center. You can chant only the third syllable in the mantra Om, like a sound, like a bumblebee sound, or you can just observe the inner silence at this chakra, inhaling, exhaling. Also, the color at this chakra is the violet. So think of all those seven colors of the rainbow, right? This is the last one and the highest energy center, the violet color, focusing on this center, inhaling, exhaling. So now you opened up, at least you attempted to open up all those seven energy channels, awaken that Kundalini energy, cleansing your energy channels. So slowly walk both hands to the right. Feel the stretch on your left side of the spine, arching your spine to the right. Feel the stretch on your left side of the spine. You had the squeeze between your both biceps. And the upper body turns into like a banana shape, like a crescent moon shape. Make sure you have the squeeze between both biceps. And walk your hands to the center. And slowly walk your hands to the other side, opposite side, to the left. And feel the stretch on your right side of your spine. You still squeeze your head between your biceps. And your upper body arches into crescent moon shape. So we did the lateral stretch, forward bend. So now we're going to come back to the center. And whenever you keep the spine straight, your goal is to keep that Sushumna channel open. Keep that center Sushumna channel always open, through which the light passes through, the energy passes through. Think of it like a fiber cable where the light passes through, where you broadcast the digital signals of audio, video, right? That's the ultimate channel. That's where the light, the energy comes through, passes through. And those seven energy chakras we talked about, the seven energy vibrations, the color of the rainbow, the seven colors of the rainbow, they all come from the single source of love, white light. And when they all merge together, they become the same white light. So that is the goal of the yoga, the union of body, mind, and spirit. And slowly walk your hands behind as you sit straight. So our destination, I know the video became dark because I was facing downwards. I apologize for that. Hopefully the camera gets adjusted and you will be able to see me. Let me know if you still have issues or ping someone, like ping Rama, chat on a WhatsApp if you see any adjustments I need to make. So the dark, I agree the camera is dark. Maybe hopefully it will correct itself. Slowly place your hands behind. As you lift your head, arch your spine back, support your spine as you deepen the back bend. Open your heart center, open your throat center. There's no weight on your hands behind as you simply arching back. And let go any strain, any stress in your lower back muscles. So hopefully the camera gets adjusted. Let me check, see if I need to make any adjustment. Not sure how it became dark. Okay, so hopefully, smile everyone. Hopefully, this is the best we can do. You know, there are like limitations in everything. So maybe this is the time. So hopefully you did that one more time. Just sit comfortably. So place your hands behind fingertips, arch your spine back, open your heart, open your throat, and let go any tightness in your lower back. And drop your head back. So see how much you can open your heart center, how much you can open your throat center, and how much you can let go any stress, any tightness, any in your lower back muscles. And that's it. Come back to the center. Okay. I don't know. It was good a few minutes ago. The video became dark now. Um, That's okay. So hopefully it's your practice. Even if you don't see me, probably you can listen to me, my instructions. It should be good. So in these stressful times, I wanted to share some lessons of yoga from Bhagavad Gita. When Arjuna asks Krishna a question, Arjuna is a student, right? He's actually a friend of Krishna. When he was distressed, when he did not know what to do, the most challenging, difficult times, like we're all having at this time right now. So when he was distressed completely, but he trusted his friend so dearly, so much, so he asked him a question: what is better, denunciation of actions, giving up on actions, or giving up on practice? Which one is better? And the Lord Krishna replied to his dear friend Arjuna that it is always performing actions in yoga. Our yoga of action is the most supreme, is the perfect and the most best thing you could do. It's not the giving up actions, it's not the renunciation of actions, it is actually the opposite. It is performing yoga as a skill in action. Yoga is nothing but a skill in action. Yoga is not just a pure philosophy. Yoga is a philosophy in action. So renouncing your actions will not get you anywhere. It is what you need to do is actually stand up, rise up in the yoga, and practice yoga as a skill in action, even in the most difficult times. And that is as simple as that. So when I see students giving up on action, practice, I get concerned. So I remind them, just practice, stay with your practice, and practice and practice. Without practice and without, and then only we can go into the vairagya, the more advanced practices, right? Without practice and without detachment, and there's no realization. And the both teachings of Krishna, the both teachings of Patanjali is the same thing. So think of yoga as a skill in action, and you practice it with devotion to the practice. And you completely devote the practice without any gain, without having any goal of the fruits of the actions. You just perform the best in actions. And that's all the moral, that's the fundamental teachings. There are many other teachings. Krishna teaches about more than 100 times about yoga to Arjuna in that Bhagavad Gita. Krishna teaches, he tells Arjuna that he taught the sun god the yoga in ancient times. He connects the yoga to the practice of light, practice of love. So when everybody forgets the light, the source of yoga, but at least you can, I'm teaching this yoga again to you because I love you, right? The love for Arjuna made him teach the lessons of yoga again one more time. In ancient times when he taught to so the yoga is present everywhere. It's timeless. The teachings of yoga is timeless. Krishna was saying, it is timeless teaching. It passes through the light and through the love. And the yoga is also selfless in action. It's not that you're expecting something, some results out of these actions. It's a selfless. It is a timeless practice. Finally, it is fearless too. Fearless. That means you're not afraid of the outcomes. You just be in the present moment. When you stay in present, there's nothing can disturb you. Your mind is so calm and still. And that is the ultimate goal. Let's see how we can do. think at least if you remember these three things, and we can practice really well in our class today. So yoga is selfless, yoga is timeless, yoga is fearless. So, and just keep practicing as a skill in action. Okay, with that in mind, let's warm up a little more and then practice a little more. I will try to adjust the camera one last time, see if it works. Not sure exactly what. Okay, it's very hard. YouTube Live has its own mind. The camera and my computer has its own mind. Yeah. Uh, is this better? Maybe. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Rama. Hopefully you can see me now. Okay, so let's do a few more warm-ups. Keep that in mind today in your practice. Yoga is a skill in action. Place your palms on the mat. Keep the spine in the neutral. As we inhale, lift your tailbone high, arch your spine. Like you come into cow pose here. Do any tightness in your lower back muscles. Exhale, drop your spine, drop your hips, arch your spine, suck your belly in into cat. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Every time you come into cat, make sure you suck the belly in. Arch your spine. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So now you're going to go into like a balancing on both palms here. Just extend the left knee, left leg. Keep the spine and the left leg in a straight line. Keep your toes facing downwards. Kick with the heel. Extend your right arm forward. Deep inhale. Exhale. Left knee to the chest. Right elbow to the left knee. Arch your spine like you come into cat. Inhale. Kick the leg high as you come into cow. You can bring the leg towards your head if you like to. Arch your spine like you do in the cow. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. If you want to switch, come back to all fours. This time, extend the right leg back. Extend your left arm forward. Take a deep inhale. On your exhale, knee to the chest, elbow to the knee. Round your spine like you do in the cat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to all fours. So we're going to do a couple more warm-ups here. Keep the legs extended, spine extended, palms right below the shoulders. Come into plank. A plank is a really good core warm-up. It gives you connection to the core center, energy center, core energy. Engage your core, engage your navel area. Let's do a couple of Ashtanga Namaskars here. Knees on the mat. Soften the elbows. Chest on the mat, chin on the mat. Elbows right next to the body. There are 8 points of contact here, right? So slowly lower your hips down and slowly come into Bhujangasana, the cobra. Lift your head high. Relax your shoulders. Shoulders away from your ears. No weight on your palms on the mat. And slowly push into the child's pose. Bring your head between your hands, your hips between your heels. Keep the spine straight, elongated. You can even relax your shoulder muscles, bring your hands behind. So this is a resting pose you can always take through the asanas practice in the child's pose. Okay, do a couple more warm-ups here. So we're still warming up our upper body. Place your right, both hands up. Extend your right arm up all the way up. Stretch your right arm. Fold your right elbow. Left arm behind your back. Reach for the right hand. Keeping the spine straight. If you can hook your fingers, great. Keep the spine straight, neck straight, look straight. Yeah. Hold the breath in the head. This is another breathing technique where we actually keep the breath in the head area. Supply most of the oxygen to the brain, nutrients to the brain, and you hold the breath and you relax your facial muscles. And this is the Gomukhasana, cow face pose. You hold the breath in the head as long as you can until you can completely relax your forehead, eyes, ears, cheeks, nose, mouth, lips, tongue, chin, throat. You hold the breath. Now slowly exhale. Inhale again. Hold the breath as long as you can. You can even close your eyes if you like to. Relaxing your forehead, relaxing your eyes, ears, cheeks, nose, mouth, lips, tongue, chin, throat. It also opens your right energy channel, brings a lot of oxygen and the blood supply to the brain. Relax. Now let's do switch. Shake your arms, shake your shoulders, bring your left hand up all the way up. Stretch your left arm as high as you can go. Fold your left elbow. And then bring the right hand behind. See if you can reach, grab your fingertips. On this side is a little harder for me, but each one of us different. It could be some preconditioning or tightness in my right shoulder, some injury in my right shoulder causes this. But if you can't reach, if you cannot reach it, grab your t-shirt or something. Keep the spine straight, neck straight, look straight into the infinity. Take a deep breath into the inhale into the head. Hold the breath in the head. You can even close your eyes. Hold the breath as long as you can. Relax your forehead, eyes, ears, cheeks, nose, mouth, lips, tongue, chin, throat. Now you can exhale. Inhale again. Hold the breath in the head. Deep inhale. As we inhale, relax your forehead, eyes, keeping the breath in the head area. Relax your eyes, ears, cheeks, nose, mouth, lips, tongue, chin, throat. Now you can exhale. Hopefully that opens up, refreshes your mind, clears your mind of any negative thoughts in your mind. So yoga is stillness. Yoga is the practice of action in the middle of inaction. It's not just a sitting and doing nothing, right? Yes, being nothing is important, but it's also a mindfully doing nothing is more important than just doing nothing. So yoga is a stillness, as a practice of consciousness. Those who practices with devotion is the one actually gets closer to the destination. Again, yoga is a journey. That's why I have this t-shirt. Yoga is a journey, not a destination. It's a journey. I'm not expecting. The journey itself is rewarding. There's no need to even expect, anticipate when do we get to destination. The journey itself is a destination. Yoga is not only a means, it is also the goal. It is not only the goal, it is also the means. So as Krishna taught in Bhagavad Gita, yoga is a journey to the self, through the self. That is the most important part. It's a journey through the self, to the self. Self is meaning the inner self, and the other self means the cosmic self. Okay, so as we practice it, let's do more. So extend your left leg, keep your right knee on the mat, like a gate pose. Keep the right arm extended, arch your spine. You can look to the sky if you like. And feel the stretch on your right side. Place your right hand on the mat. Or use a block. If you like to use a block, feel free to use a block. And then slowly extend on the left side. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Okay. If you have a Spotify, you can play the playlist, the HTGC yoga playlist, the songs that our students pick. The playlist is the songs composed or are picked into a playlist by our own students. So feel free to play it on your Spotify, on your speaker. Let's do the other side. Now extend the right leg. As we extend your into the gate pose, feel the stretch on your left side of the spine. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Okay, so we're still warming up. Maybe you're warmed up already. I'm getting with the practice of so keep both legs extended. See if you can keep the head between your feet. Keep the elongation in the spine. Release any tightness in your lower back. You can even grab onto the edges of the feet as you keep the head between your feet. Allow the gravity to do the work here. Allow the gravity to elongate the spine. Keep that stretch. Keep the legs extended and elongated too. No bend in your knees here. Keep the spine straight, head between your feet. You can even grab onto the fingers behind. You can even massage your lower back. You can keep your hands on your back if you like to. You can also interlace your hands behind, like interlace your fingers, and you can extend both elbows. See what works for you better in this pose. Just keeping that extension in the spine is the goal here. Keep the head between your feet. Deep inhalations and a deep exhalation. Inhalations, exhalations. Inhalations, exhalations. And slowly. I don't know about you, but I feel like sometimes I feel like my body is broken. So I'm healing my body through the practice of yoga. I'm putting myself together in the practice of yoga. Each one is torn apart. I have a pain on my right shoulder. So these things, natural. Sometimes we have different parts of the body have a different condition in each day. But it's like putting together, piecing together. It comes together in the practice of yoga. So just keep that left leg extended, slowly, right leg extended. You may be hearing some clicks in your knees. Inhale, come up, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Notice my hands are on the mat here, but you don't have to keep your hands on the mat. You can keep your palms into Anjali Mudra, and you can go back and forth. Inhale, come up, exhale. Inhale, come up, exhale. Inhale, come up, exhale. Inhale, come up, exhale. Beautiful. So that helps. And then slowly, slowly, as you raise up, you can even keep the spine in the neutral as you slowly come up. Okay, so now hopefully you're warmed up a little bit. Now we can go into some salutations, some more intense asanas practice. The sun salutation is the great way to honor the light. The yoga has no beginning, has no end, and no middle. Like as Krishna says, the consciousness has no beginning, no end, no middle. It's the timeless practice of yoga. But that's the honor. The source of yoga comes from the light. So it is honoring the light and honoring the sun. It is beginning with its salutation. You can come to the front of the mat. You can bring your palms into Anjali Mudra and see what makes sense to you. So palms in, maybe you're not able to see my head. So palms into Anjali Mudra, reach up, all the way up. You can arch back if you like to, keeping your hips forward. Slowly exhale, fold forward, like a swan dive. Keep your chest on your thighs. Feel free to bend your knees into Uttanasana, forehead towards the knees. Engage your sacral chakra, the Swadhisthana chakra. Inhale, come halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale. Now slowly, as you place your palms on the mat, you can step back with the right leg, step back with the right leg, left leg, come into plank. Deep inhale. When you're in the plank, this is where you engage your core muscles. Keep the legs and the spine in a straight line, including your neck is in a straight line. Deep inhalation. You could do two choices here. You could do a Stanga Namaskara, 8 limbs pose, or like we did in the practice here in the warm-ups, or you could also do Chaturanga, 4 limbs pose. If you're doing Chaturanga, just soften the elbows, just body hovering over the ground. Regardless, both times, both ways, elbows are right next to the body. If you're in Chaturanga, your body does not touch the ground. Inhale, come up into the Cobra or Up Dog, your choice again. If you're coming into Up Dog, relax, knees are off the ground, knees are not touching the ground. That's the big difference. But otherwise, it's the same. Shoulders away from your ears. Also in Cobra, there's no weight on your palms. But in Up Dog, obviously, we have some weight on your palms because the knees, there's no support from the legs at all. Push the mat as you come up into the downward facing dog. The first downward facing dog for today. Just relax your spine. Keep lifting your hips high. Deep inhalation. Deep exhalation. Once you're in the downward facing dog, this is where you can go inwardly. You can practice the Ujjayi breathing, the victorious breath we did at the warm-up. In the yoga, very first beginning, opening up the channels, remember we did the focus on the throat center, inhale into the throat, exhale into the throat. That is the Ujjayi breathing. You could do that too. Focus inwardly. Focus on the alignment. Focus on the breath. Focus on the drishti, the vision, the gaze. So you can go looking inwardly or looking outwardly, but focus on a single focal point. And you can press your heels down, keeping the spine straight, legs straight. Slowly lift your right leg up to the sky into the 3-leg down dog. Look between your hands and see if you can pull the right knee forward and step inside your right hand into lunge. If your leg did not land in the inside your right hand, maybe pull the right hand. Help yourself bring the leg forward into lunge here. You can do left knee on the mat. Come into Anjaneyasana. Palms into Anjali Mudra. Sometimes this is called moon salutation. Inside is sun salutation. A deep, humble, devotional pose. You can also bring your arms behind, interlocking hands behind as you extend your elbows, as you're deepening the arch, opening your heart, opening your throat. Fingertips on the mat. And then slowly lift the knee back up and step forward. Back to Uttanasana. Chest on your thighs. Feel free to bend your knees, forehead to the knees. Engage your sacrum and prepare to do reverse swan dive all the way up. Inhaling towards the sky, towards the light. As the swan flies back towards the sun, towards the light, arch back, open your throat. And palms back to the heart center. Okay, so that is the significance with the swan. Yeah, swan is like lotus is a yoga symbol of the stillness, symbol of the calmness, symbol of the beauty that shares with the world. Flower. Similarly, the bird swan is so important because it is the source of. It always comes from the light and it goes to the light, towards the light, and it is so beautiful when it lands on the lake. It doesn't even splash the water. It so gracefully lands on the water. So that's why we do the swan dive and slowly connecting. Okay, so let's do Second consolidation, palms to the heart center. Inhale, reach up towards the light. So the Sanskrit word for this one is Shoham. So hum. And you inhale so, and you exhale hum. Exhale, Swanda. Lead with your heart. Feel free to bend your knees, chest on your thighs, forehead to the knees, engage your sacrum. Uttanasana. Halfway up, inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, complete forward bend, Uttanasana. Place your palms on the mat. Step back with the left foot into lunge. Head up, focus on the Ajna chakra, the third eye, and then step back to the right leg. Spine and both feet are in, legs are in a straight line. Deep inhale, engage your core, engage your navel area, and prepare to do Astanga or Chaturanga, your choice. Exhale, inhale, come up into Cobra or Abdak, your choice. Relax your shoulders, whichever you're doing, and press into the downward facing dog. Lift your tailbone high, adjust. So you can press your feet down all the way, lift your tailbone high, and focus on your Ajna chakra, focus on your throat, inhaling and exhaling through the throat center. Enjoy breathing. Focus on your alignment, focus on your drishti, focus on the energy, and looking deeply inwardly. Full deep inhales, full deep exhales. Inhaling, exhaling. Lift the left leg up to the sky, two leg down dog. Look between your hands, step inside your left hand into lunge. Head up, focus on the forehead. You can keep the right knee back on the mat, like a low lunge, and slowly come up into Anjaneyasana. Deepen the back bend, open your heart, open your throat into the devotional Anjaneyasana, or moon salutation. You can interlock your hands behind, extend your elbows as you bring your shoulder blades together in the Anjaneyasana. So any parts of your body that needs a little more attention, a little more love, a little more light, this is the time to nurture. This is the time to repair. This is the time to heal your body. Fingertips back on the mat, back to lunge, and step forward with the right foot. Feel free to keep your chest on your thighs, forehead to the knees, engage your sacrum, and prepare to do reverse swan dive. All the way up, reaching towards the light, towards the sun, towards the clear blue sky. And then arch back, deepen the back bend, open your throat, and palms back to the heart center. So that's the consolidation. Significance of it is connecting with your inner self, connecting with the light, connecting with the love, and connecting and opening all the energy centers. Remember, I remind you which centers to focus on, which pose. But later on, you don't need to. I don't need to remind you. You know it. What chakra to focus on in what pose. Sometimes we focus on multiple chakras in each pose. So it's very important. So now continue on. Few more consolidations. Maybe this need a little more adjustment. Arms to the Anjali Mudra. Let's do a couple more variations of consolidation. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive. Just on your thighs, both palms on the mat. You can step back or walk back into plank. Deep inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga or Astanga. Inhale, up dog. Or Cobra. Exhale, down dog. 4 cycles of breath. Inhaling, exhaling. Lift the right leg up to the sky. Step forward into lunge. But here we're going to go into high lunge. Keep the heel above the toes of the back foot. And you're not keeping the knee on the ground here, like unlike last time. So you're coming into high lunge, all the way up. You can keep your palms facing each other. You can join your palms into Anjali Mudra, your choice. So we see what works for you. Into high lunge, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. You can relax your shoulders. You can, even in this pose, you can also interlock your hands behind. So do lots of variations. Keep the front thigh parallel to the ground, knee right above the toes. Only the back leg is straight. Heel is above the toes. You can also Deepen the twist here. You can bring the left elbow outside of your right knee, and you can join your palms into Anjali Mudra, like side praying pose. As you keep pressing the right palm on top of the left, palms to Anjali Mudra to the center of your heart. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Back to high lunge. And this time, you can slowly place your palms on the mat, fingertips on the mat. See if you can lift the left leg up to the spine. Put it to the right leg knee, right knee here. There you go. Hopefully, once you're balancing on this one leg, you can slowly see if you can bring your palms to Anjali Mudra. See if you can keep the spine and the leg in a straight line. Beautiful. If you can do this balancing pose, that's great. You can come back into lunge. Finish up, palms on the mat. Step back with right leg. Deep inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga, Arastanga. Inhale, Cobra or Dog. Exhale, down dog. Once you're in the down dog, you intentionally take a few moments here. You intentionally connect with all those. Like whenever you stop on a long journey, you check, right? You check when you're driving on a long journey. You check your tire pressure, you check your oil level, gas level, you check your fluid levels. So the same thing in the yoga practice. When you take a moment, this is the down dog is a resting stop through the journey. So you focus on your all those things, the energy, check you check the drishti, the vision, the gauge, you check, and then you check the alignment, the spine, how is the spine straight, leg straight, is you completely engaging your body and the mind, aligning your body, mind, and the spirit. That's the check. So those are a few things you check, and each time you come to the down dog, full cycles of breath, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Moreover, you're practicing dry breathing, inhaling through the throat, exhaling through the throat. Slowly lift the left leg up to the sky into three-leg down dog. Step forward inside your left hand. Back to the lunge. Keep the heel above the toes. Keep the front knee bent, right? Keep the thigh parallel to the ground and prepare to come into high lunge. Very nice. Palms facing each other. You can stay here for the rest of the class if you like. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Deep inhale, deep exhale. You can also bring your right elbow outside of your left knee. Deepen the twist. You can join your palms into Anjali Mudra. As you press your left palm on top of the right, deepen the twist. Anjali Mudra to the center of your heart. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Okay, so slowly fingertips back on the mat. You can see if you can lift the right leg up as you shift the weight to the left foot completely, and see if you can kick the right leg up towards the sky. Yeah, it takes a while. Maybe our bodies are not listening. That's okay. Do whatever you can, the best you can. Forehead to the left knee. Stay there as long as you can. And then slowly bring your palms to Anjali Mudra and slowly lift your spine so that the leg and the spine is in one straight line. Right? Beautiful. You can look at me here in this pose. Slowly back to high lunge. And then slowly. Let's finish up this left leg back. Deep inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. The breast in the jump down dog for a couple breaths. Deep inhalations, deep exhalations. And you can walk your feet forward or jump your feet forward back to Uttanasana. Just on your thighs. And slowly towards Swan dive. Back to the light, back to the sun. Palms into Anjali Mudra. Deep in the back bend. Arms back to the heart center. And between the sun salutation, you can always come into mountain pose, Samasthiti. Samasthiti is an important pose because the mountain pose, you're still like a mountain. The wind does not distract the mountain, right? You're as still, like solid, rock solid. Still, mountain pose is that. It's that stillness that brings in the middle of chaos, in the middle of uncertainties. You're always are anchored in the deepest part of yourself. You're undisturbed. What happens? It does not mean that you do not react. It does not mean that you just ignore things going around you. It just means that you're more anchored in your own stillness, in your own calmness. But you're yet, yes, you need to take actions. It's not giving up actions. It's taking mindfully acting, skillfully acting, and that is what the yoga is. So let's do one more consolidation. This time consolidation, a variation of consolidation B. Palms into Anjali Mudra. Come into chair pose. Utkatasana. You can look down, your knees are right above the toes. Your thighs, trying to bring thighs parallel to the ground is the important part here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Chair pose. So shift the weight to the left foot. You can lift the right leg, wrap your right leg over the left completely. Double wrap it if you can. And then wrap your right arm underneath your left. Into Garudasana. Eagle pose. Deep inhalation and breathing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So keeping the spine straight is the goal, even in the eagle pose. You can lift your elbows high. You can look into the infinite distance. You can, keeping the spine straight, you can, if you like to, you can go deep into a little bit inclined Garudasana here as you balance on the left foot. Right? Unwrap your arms, unwrap your legs. You can shift the weight to the right foot, lift the left knee up, wrap your left leg over the right. No space between those thighs. You can double wrap if you can, and then wrap your arms. Left arm below the right into Garudasana, eagle pose. Bring your elbows to the shoulder level. Keeping the spine straight. Enjoy. Deep inhalation, deep exhalation. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Unwrap your arms. Unwrap your legs. Back to chair pose. And back to Uttanasana. Forward bend. Just on your thighs. Whenever you're ready, you can step back and walk back. Spine and the legs in a straight line. Deep inhale and a deep exhale. Inhale, exhale. So this time we're going to do some warrior poses. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Down dog is a resting pose. Take a moment, take a couple of moments. Deep inhalation, deep exhalation. Try breathing. Right leg up to the sky. Step forward with the right foot. Inside your right hand. This time you can keep the heel of the back foot on the mat. Toes down to pigeon toes. Your legs are hip distance apart. And come into warrior one. Rather than high lunge, this is a warrior one. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. You can arch your spine slightly, lift your head, even in the warrior one. So now adjust your feet, straighten the knees. So do not bend the knees here. Prepare to do triangle here. Shoulders extended. Look to the front, to the middle finger of your right hand. Reach forward. I think here the block comes very handy. Use the block. So you don't need to touch the ground. The goal is to keep the shoulders aligned. If you can touch the ground, great. But keep the shoulders aligned. Your body is in one single plane. Like you squeeze between your two walls. Both legs are extended, both shoulders are extended. Inhale, look towards the sky, reach towards the sky. Exhale, reach towards the earth. Sometimes these are called, a simple pose like triangle pose is called the heaven and earth. On your inhales, you reach towards the heaven. On your exhales, you reach towards the earth. It's that the life between the heaven and the earth is that we all enjoy, stay present in the present moment. And that is what the yoga practice is. Deep inhalation and a deep exhalation. You can also bring your left hand behind as you keep the left shoulder above the right, deepen the twist. So do not collapse your left shoulder, right? Keep the left shoulder above the right. That's the important part. Very nice. If you can, slowly bend your right knee. This becomes a side angle pose. When it becomes a side angle pose, that's when you can do reverse warrior two. Swing, windmill your arms, right arm forward, left arm back. It comes into warrior two. Shoulders aligned, front knee is parallel to the ground. There's no weight on the, just keep the left leg extended. Feel the stretch on the pinky finger on the edge of the left foot. Inhale, exhale, turn your palms up, reverse warrior. Look at the beautiful your face in the mirror in your right palm. Inhale, exhale, keep that knee bent. Even in this reverse warrior, do not straighten the leg here. Keep the knee bent. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Back to warrior two. And this is where we can do one of my favorite standing, one leg standing balancing pose is the Ardha Chandrasana. So you can do, shift the weight completely to the front foot, and then bring the right hand forward, and then kick the left leg back into half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Look down for the balance. There's no weight on the hand touching the ground or the block. Your spine and the kicking leg should be in one straight line. Inhale, exhale. Shoulders are aligned. Look towards the ground for the balance. But your drishti is engaged, your alignment is engaged. The kicking leg and the spine is supposed to be in one straight line. Take a breath, deep breath in each and every pose. And now reverse half moon. Same way, maintain the same balance on the standing foot. Maintain that kicking leg engaged. You just reverse, left arm down, right arm up in the reverse half moon pose. Or this is the evolved half moon pose. Do not allow the left foot falling towards the ground. Keep the left leg engaged, the spine and the left leg is engaged. If the right arm is refusing to go towards the sky, I know it does for me because of this injury probably on my right shoulder, but just wrap your right arm behind as you enjoy, as you try to lift the right shoulder above the left shoulder. Maintain the balance on the standing foot. Maintain the spine and the left leg engaged. Deep inhale, deep exhale. The reverse half moon. Now, whenever you're ready, back to the half moon. Now, this time you can bring the arms to Anjali Mudra. Still maintain the balance on the right foot. Extend both arms into warrior three. Yeah, if you're balancing on the foot, that's okay. Just go, take a moment, take a deep breath, enjoy the balancing pose, and see if you can go into warrior three. If you're not able to this time, just excuse yourself. It's not the end of the world. Just try if you can. If you're falling, that's okay. Just smile and come back. And back to half moon pose. And then lower the leg down, step back into warrior two. Feels good now, right? Deep inhale, deep exhale. Okay, windmill your arms, right leg back, back to flank, spine and the legs in a straight line. Deep inhale, exhale, chaturanga, let that momentum go, let that heat build up. Chaturanga, inhale, cobra, Arab dog, exhale, down dog. Down dog is a time to take some rest. Resting pose, like a child's pose. Full inhalations, full exhalations. Deeply expressing that gratitude, that love. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Okay, so now let's do chaturanga. Coming to plank, exhale chaturanga. Inhale up dog. Exhale down dog. Full cycle of breath. This time you're going to lift the left leg up towards the sky. Feet leg down dog. Step inside your left hand. Into lunge. So here we're going to warrior one, the opposite side. Keep the heel on the back foot on the mat, toes down to pigeon toes. Come into warrior one. Palms facing each other. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Make sure the feet, entire foot is on the mat. The back foot, right foot is a pigeon toed. Feel the engagement of the pinky finger on the edge of the right foot. The hips are facing forward, shoulders are facing forward. Deep breath, inhaling, exhaling. Even in the warrior stances, you can always do like you wrap your arms behind, deepen the back bend. We didn't do humble warrior today, but you could also do humble warrior. Okay, now straighten the feet, like right foot and the left foot in one straight line. Knees straight. Extend your arms. Preparing to go into triangle here. Both legs are straight here. So in this pose, you can do same thing like you did before. Try to use a block. And then bring the left hand towards the block. Right hand up towards the sky. Shoulders aligned. The body is in one single plane, squeezed between two walls. Inhale, exhale. Look towards the sky. As you inhale, reach to the heavens. As you exhale, reach to the earth. Inhale, exhale. A lot of times in many spiritual traditions, father represents the heaven and the mother represents the earth. We need both of them, right? So otherwise we would not exist. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Deep inhale, deep exhale. If that looking up towards the sky, reaching up towards the sky is hard, you can also wrap your hand behind, right shoulder above the left, in the triangle pose. Do lots of variations. What makes sense to you? You can bend the front knee, left knee, and this becomes the extended side angle. When you bend the front knee, it becomes the extended side angle. The body is in one single plane. Deep inhalation, deep exhalation. Deep inhalation, deep exhalation. If this isn't fun enough, then bring the left arm forward, shift the weight to the front foot completely, and kick the right leg back into half moon pose. Use the support of the block, but there is no weight on the block here. Keep the spine and the kicking leg engaged in a straight line. Full inhalations, full exhalations. Ardha Chandrasana. Stay there. No weight on the block. Look down towards the balance. Spine and the legs. Right leg in a straight line. You could do reverse half moon. Bring the right hand towards the mat block. And left. Still maintain that kicking leg engaged. Spine and the kicking leg in one straight line. Do not allow the right foot comes towards the ground. As you lift the left arm up. If your left arm refuses to go up towards the sky, you can wrap your left arm, but lift the left shoulder up. I'm making these adjustments, sometimes it's a little bit harder after long breaks in practice. Consistency, when there's no consistency, it's really hard to get back. But when we get back, we want to stay with the rhythm, with the momentum. Inhale, exhale. Palms to the Anjali Mudra, to the center of the heart. Extending your arms forward into Warrior 3. Palms back to the heart center, back to half moon pose. Now we can keep the right leg on the mat. Back to extended side angle. Step back with right foot. Now we are prepared to go into Warrior 2. Windmill your arms. Left arm forward, right arm back. Into Warrior 2. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Turn your palms up towards Warrior. Keep looking at the beautiful face in the mirror in your left palm. Very nice. Slowly, we finish up the consolidation here. Step back with the left leg. Deep inhale, exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Cycle the breath. You can walk your feet forward or jump your feet forward. And back to chair pose. On your exhale or your inhale, back to chair pose. Utkatasana. And palms to the heart center. Arms down, Samasthiti, close your eyes in the mountain pose. So how are you all doing? Hope you're doing well. And that's the more energetic standing asanas practice. Let me check the time. If we have time, we can do one more. Otherwise, we'll move on to other asanas. Okay. So yes, uh, we'll do one more sequence with the hand arm balances this time. I know about you. I don't know about you. My arms are struggling. I have a severe tightness in the right shoulder. This is a time to, take some time to heal in the arm balances. Remember, arm balance is not a brute force technique. None of the yoga poses are brute force. When I was a young teenager, I used to think yoga is for the older people. I used to think, why yoga? I could do martial arts. I could do something else. I used to, I did not know what is the uh, benefits and the strengths the yoga offers. Although I practiced it because of my physical education teacher in my high school encouraged me to practice it. I was into sports and he put me into yoga. I just practiced it. I did without knowing why I had to practice it. I did not know the goal, but that's good that I practiced because I didn't have any goal in mind. I just enjoyed practicing. Maybe I shouldn't say enjoy, but I just learned some things. But I could see the results. My academic scores, grades went up. My performance in sports went up, and in general, my personality wise, I think um, I probably was one of the well-adjusted high school kids. So it was yoga helped me in many different ways. So although no goal in mind, the practice helped, and so it really helps. Even now when I think about it, yoga is complements for every other activities we do. Whether you do swimming, tennis, or whether you do something else, or maybe you do like our friend does marathons. So it helps in every other. It complements every other activity you do. You excel in other activities when you practice. Even NFL players are practicing yoga, basketball, NBA players are practicing yoga. That's because of what it brings. What it brings, not just the agility in the body, but agility in mind, the sharpness in your mind, how you react, how you adapt to uncertain times is the ultimate goal. So there's no yoga is not a journey, it's destination, it is just a journey. You would enjoy the journey itself. Okay. So let's do one last standing sequence, maybe arm balances. This time you can come into plank, spine and the legs in a straight line. I can adjust the camera slightly. I know I'm having trouble, difficulty adjusting it. Okay, so into plank. This time we start with the left side. Keep your body weight on the left palm. Stack your legs. Extend your right arm up. Spine and the right, both legs are in a straight line. Inhale, exhale, inhale. This is the arm balance. If this is too challenging for you, Vasisthasana side plank, you can adjust. You can keep the right foot in front of the left foot. Those who want a little more easier version, you can also keep the knee on the mat. So final goal is Vasisthasana, the side plank. Your weight is on one arm only. There's no weight on the feet. But maybe there's some weight on the left foot. Keep inhaling, reach up to the sky. Exhaling. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Side plank. And slowly come back to plank. Now switch. Shift the weight to the right palm. Exhale. Keep the left leg on top of the right. Back to side plank on the opposite side. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Okay, so you can do variations as I told you. That's a simple side plank. Now, come into child's pose, take a break before we go into down dog and one other arm balance.
Come into down dog. Okay, let's do the another arm balance. This is the first you go into 3-leg down dog, and then you keep the weight on one arm and one leg only. But this is called Chamatkar Asana. Chamatkar means miracle. It's a miracle pose. Yeah, I like it because it has all elements in it. It has a back bend in it. It has inversion in it. It has an arm balance in it. It opens up your heart center. It's a beautiful pose. So if you know how to do it, you really enjoy it. It's not very hard. You just keep the right leg up to the sky into the 3-leg down dog. Open up your right hip. Look underneath your right armpit. You shift the weight only to the left leg and the left palm. No weight on the right fingertips. Slowly ease up the weight on the right fingertips, and then slowly flip on the toe of the left foot, and the flip on the right leg on the other side. You flip the upper body. Allow the right foot touch the mat or ground, but no weight shifts to the right foot. Only the big toe touches the ground, and make sure your left leg and the left arm is straight. Even the left leg is straight, not bend the left knee. Keep pushing your hips high, arch your spine, lift your heart, and deepen the back bend. You turn your heart towards the sky. It's a deep heart opening, and a deep hip opening, and a deep arch back bend. Chamatkarasana, right? It's a beautiful miracle pose. Sometimes we call this is a blissful pose. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Shift the right leg back up to the sky, back to 3-leg down dog, and lower the legs down, back to down dog. Now this time we're going to do 3-leg down dog on the opposite side. Lift the left leg up to the sky. Open up your left hip, bend your left knee, look underneath your left armpit. Make sure your right leg is straight. The weight is on right arm and right leg only. So ease up the weight on the left foot as you flip over, as you allow the left foot touch the ground, but no weight shifts to the left foot. Only the big toe touches the mat on the ground, and then keep pushing your hips high. Keep the spine, arch your spine, keep the right leg straight, right arm straight. Weight is on one arm and one leg, no weight on the left big toe. Deepen the heart, open up your heart towards the sky. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Keep the left leg up, back up to the sky, back to 3-leg down dog, and lower the leg down. So those are a few arm balances. Maybe we can do one more. Come into garland pose, Malasana. Palms into Anjali Mudra. Sit on both feet. If your heels are not allowing you, you could use a block or you can use a blanket. If your heels are not touching the ground, right? But for most of us, it's not a problem. We can keep the heel on the ground. And here is the trick for the Bakasana, the crane pose. You could use a block if you like. But before we do Bakasana, one last arm balance. This is just an optional. You don't need to have blocks. But if you have an option of stepping on the blocks, you can step on the blocks. So this is easier. I will tell you why we are stepping on the block. But if you don't have it, that's okay. Don't worry. Step on the blocks. So by stepping on the blocks, you're lifting body weight. You're placing your hands on the mat, fingers spread apart. No weight on the wrist. Okay. Make sure there's no weight on the wrist. The weight shifts to the entire palm all the way to the fingertips. There should be no weight on the wrist. So make sure your palms, fingers spread apart, and then slowly stand up. And then trying by now that the feet are a little bit above the ground, it's easier to keep the knees on your armpits or at least on your triceps. Placing your palms on the mat. But before you do anything, make sure your core is engaged, your chest is on your thighs. Make sure your upper body is glued to the lower body, and make sure your core is engaged. And now shift the body weight, you come onto your toes, shift the body weight. Don't go too far away from the blocks. Don't be too close, don't be too far. So slowly shift the body weight to the arms. Slowly lift one foot up. Engage your core. If it allows, then you can lift the other foot up. If you fall, you can always keep the leg back on the mat block. So try, give it a shot. You don't need to have a blocks. It's a hard one, but just have enjoy the core. It's again not a brute force. It's not
It's not how much muscle you got. It's about how much core you got, how much inner strength you have. The deep inner strength is what draws the energy. It is more inward force rather than external force. So if you want to give one more shot, feel free. The last arm balance here. If you don't have a block, it still works fine. Don't need to have a block, but make sure your upper body is glued to the lower body. The core is engaged. Now shift the body weight to the palms. Lift one leg up and lift the other leg up. If you fall, you can always keep one foot back on the mat. That's how it is. Palms to Anjali Mudra. Close your eyes. Back to Malas, the garland pose. Close your eyes. Gather your inner energy. Gather your focus. A couple of classes ago, our dear friend Carla taught the class. She taught from Arizona, Phoenix. And she taught about sattvic, rajasic, and tamasic nature of our bodies, of our mind. All three are important, but ultimately, as a yoga practitioner, you would get more and more and more closer towards the sattvic side. Sattva, the sattva is the clarity, the purity in our hearts, in our minds, in our bodies. And that is what the sattvic nature is. It doesn't mean that we ignore the other, rajasic, the action oriented, dynamism. Sometimes we need to rest. Even tamasic is important as well. It's how the proportion of these things are important than just one dominant of one dominating the other two. It's just not that. It's just that you're getting more calmer, more quieter, more peaceful, more pure in your heart, or more clear in your mind. And that comes from the source of light. That's why I'm explaining. It comes from the source of light, source of love. So the light and the love and the sattvic nature of purity and the clarity, they're all connected. So keep that in your mind in your practice for the rest of the class. So take a child's pose. Now we will do some floor asanas. Apologies. I'm in my backyard here. I some allergies too. So hope you're all doing good. Okay, so now lie down on your tummies, on you completely on your forehead on the mat. And prepare to do a couple of back bends here. The simple ones we go simple progressively. Let's do a simple one like a diving, skydiving in the sky. The locust. Just lift yourself up, inhaling, legs up, hands up, thighs up, everything up except your belly button is touching the mat, like skydiving in the sky. Deep inhalations, deep exhalation. Look towards the right wing, look towards the left wing. You can also interlock your hands behind as you maintain this pose in the locust pose. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, and release. Make a pillow with your palms, turn your head to one side. Enjoy the Makarasana here. Let's do a gradual back bend. All right, one more. So extend your right arm forward. Extend your right arm forward. Bend the left knee. Reach for your left hand ankle with your left hand. Now look at your fingertips of your middle finger of your right hand, and then keep sliding your right hand towards the body, and then kick the left leg up. Okay, this is the half bow pose. Your palm, right palm, is sliding towards you so you can lift the upper body up. Kick the left leg up to the sky. Notice you're not just shifting the weight towards the hips, just centering at the gravity, center of gravity, but keep lifting, arching your upper body back
into the half bow pose and release. Turn your head to the opposite side. Enjoy. Enjoy the Makarasana again. Now we're going to do the half bow on the other side. Extend your left palm forward, and then bend the right knee, reach for the right ankle from inside or outside. I think it works from outside better. So keep the sliding the left palm towards you as you kick the right leg up into half bow. Keep the left leg engaged on the mat. There's not much weight on the palm on the mat here. The left palm slides towards you. You can lift your upper body up in the half bow. And release. So the next is full bow, obviously. This is a great back bend. And in this pose, you're going to lift both, bend you both knees. And you use your arms like strings attached on both ends of the bow. Forehead on the mat. Trying to keep the knees closer to each other and keep your legs up high as you go into the full bow pose. Arch your spine, kick your legs high. Only the belly button touches the mat here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, release. I remind you to inhale and exhale because I tend to forget in these back bends. Okay, next one is camel. It's another back bend, great back bend. You can come on your knees. You can keep your toes curled down, or you can keep the ankle on the mat, your choice. But imagine you're glued into the front wall, an imaginary wall in the front. Place your hands behind, push into the wall in the front, your thighs, your pelvis, your hips, glued into the wall in the front. Push into the wall as you deepen the back bend. The lower part of the body is glued to the wall. Only the upper body is arching backwards. Lift your right hand up, reach for the right heel. No, you're not falling back, just for the reach, for the grip. And then lift the left hand up, half camel. There's no need to fall back. There's no need to shift the weight to the heel. Keep gluing into the wall in the front. As you inhale, push into the wall. As you exhale, deepen the back bend. Inhale, push into the wall. Exhale, deepen the back bend. With the grip on your heels, you can deepen the back bend more. And release. Let's do the half camel on the opposite side. Left hand up. Reach for the left heel. You do not fall back, just for the grip. The right hand up. Push into the wall in the front. Your thighs, your pelvis, your hips glued into the wall in the front. Deepen the back bend. Our upper body is arching back. Half camel is just as good as full camel. Those advanced students who like to do full camel, you can go ahead. Otherwise, just enjoy the half camel. Inhale, push into the wall. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, push into the wall. Exhale, pull back. Okay, so come out of the camel and take the child's pose. Take a breath, a deep breath, and give it a deep gratitude. You can slowly bring your forehead towards the ground, like we did with the yoga mudra. It opens up all the energy channels. Just enjoy the child's pose. Now we end with a few asanas. So this asana, your bridge, these blocks again, blocks really helps. Okay, lie down. I'm using blocks today because I've tied, but you don't have to use the block. If you like to, you can use the block. Just enjoy. It's a beautiful involves in lifting the heart higher than the brain. The blood circulates to the brain using the gravity. That's the important part. You're trying to lift the heart center a little bit above your brain center. So if this block doesn't work this way, you lift the head a little more higher. So it lifts the heart higher, circulates the blood into the brain. If this is not working for you, you can just support your back with both elbows underneath, like a pillows under the bridge. As you lift, push yourself high. As you step your feet towards the head into the half wheel. Sometimes what we call a half wheel. We're not in the bridge because full bridge is actually extending, is more harder. Extending the legs into the full bridge is a little more harder than a simple half wheel pose. Push your hips high, lift the heart center higher than the brain. Keep the neck flat on the mat, no weight on the neck and the head. The weight is entirely on your shoulders, shoulder blades, maybe on elbows if you support your body weight with your elbows. But if you don't need the support of the elbows, you can still keep your hips as high as they are. You can just interlock your hands underneath the bridge. You don't need to support of the pillars under the bridge. You can take the pillars off. Just keep extending the interlock your hands underneath. But you make sure your bridge doesn't collapse. Your bridge is high as it is, even with the pillars or without the pillars. Weight is on your shoulders and shoulder blades. No weight on the neck and the head. Slowly bring your hips down. Okay, so slowly hug your knees to the chest. Tight. If you have a tight lower back, massage. Just mindfully rock your body sideways. Do a few more winded warm-ups. We will do winding down, warming up, warming downs as well. Massage is fine. Okay, if that isn't helping, anyone wants to do full wheel, this is the time to do full wheel. If you're doing full wheel, make sure your feet are on the mat. Make sure your hands are on the mat, fingers on the mat, and then the palms are facing down, fingers towards the feet. Now, when you're ready, when you have a good grip underneath your palms, underneath your feet, that's when you lift your hips high. And then see if you can lift your entire body up. Maybe momentarily, you can keep the head between your palms and then fully extend your elbows into full way. Look down, look the world upside down. Inhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Stay there as long as you can. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Slowly come down. Slowly come down. No, don't come out of the poses suddenly. Now hug your knees to the chest. Massage is fine. Sideways, rock your body sideways. Okay, now keep your feet touching as you open up your hips. This is the Shivananda, almost like a Shivananda pranayam. The real Shivananda is slightly different. It's a good hip opener. And any tightness in your lower back, let go in this pose. It's beautiful. The real Shivananda is actually keep the knees up, entire spine touching the mat. Everybody, no matter what your body condition is, everybody is allowed. Everybody is gets the benefit from the Shivananda pranayama. Make sure your heart is relaxed, your breath is relaxed, your eyes are closed. You're inwardly enjoying that stillness and the silence within. So the next inversion is the legs up the wall, or you could do shoulder stand. Your choice. If you're doing legs up the wall, You could stack keep the blanket underneath, or you could keep both blocks underneath. Your choice, whatever works for you. If you're doing legs up the wall, simply just keep the legs up the wall. Same principle, you're lifting the heart higher than the brain. Those who like to do full shoulder stand, rock your body up, lift your body up onto the shoulders, but not to the neck, not to the head. You can enjoy this pose, or you can do in the full shoulder stand, or you can just enjoy this pose, bridge, half wheel. So this is the last inversion, whatever you pick, whatever you choose, and you stay and enjoy, and you go deep within in that pose. Whatever it is, whether it is half wheel, full wheel, legs up the wall, or shoulder stand, your choice. So if you like to do full shoulder stand, like I said, you rock your body weight straight up onto the shoulders. So, I maybe not be able to demonstrate it really well because I have a tight lower back. Just lift your hips high and straighten the spine and the legs. Body weight right above the shoulders. No weight on the neck, no weight on the shoulders. The alignment, the straight line alignment above the shoulders is important here. Support your body. Allow the blood circulation to the brain using gravity. So whichever you choose, stay in that pose for a few moments. And then slowly bring the legs other side of the head towards the mat, towards the ground. And then with slow, you can go into plow, but if you can't go into plow, that's fine. Otherwise, just slowly rock your body down. Okay, some teenager is honking in my neighborhood. Keep the legs up. Slowly use your core. Slowly lower the legs down. So whenever you're ready, just last inversion counter pose is the Matsyasana, and then we take Shavasana after that. The Matsyasana is very simple. You can keep palms facing facing down underneath your hips. Extend the legs. Make sure you stay on the mat. Okay, adjust yourself. Stay on the mat here. Place your palms, even including the feet, around the mat. Head is on the mat too. So make the adjustments. Place your palms under the bumps. Now keep the lower body on the mat. Only the upper body arches back. As you shift the body weight to the elbows, lift your heart, open your throat to Matsyasana. Your head is hanging, that's okay, but you could keep it close to the mat, it's even better. But do not shift the weight to the head. Your head can touch the ground, but no weight shifts to the head. If your head is hanging, that's, you and I have some work to do. But if your head is close to the mat, it's perfect. But do not keep any weight on the head. The goal is to open your throat, relieve any tightness, any strain in your lower back. And release. Come down. And then finally, get adjusted into the Shavasana. Keep your heels in, toes out, palms facing up, and close your eyes. Continuously inhale, continuously exhale. Only thing you're doing is belly breathe, inhaling, exhaling. Entire body is resting, surrendering back to the ground. And you close your eyes too. Relax your body from the toes all the way up to the crown of the head. Every muscle, every tissue, every fiber in your body, every organ in your body is resting. Thank you for the practice you did. With the deep inhalations and the deep exhalations.
In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna defines yoga as that which causes one's self to become connected to the self in all beings, and thus one is not tainted even while acting. In chapter 5. So never does one who is absorbed in yoga act alone. That one whose self is absorbed in the yoga of Brahman through yoga attains imperishable happiness. In that chapter 5 or 6, Arjuna asks Krishna a question. What if I'm not practicing as much? I'm not practicing a yoga as much as you are teaching. Although I'm interested, although I have faith, so what is the result? What happens to me if I do not practice as intensely, but I still have faith in yoga? What happens? And the Krishna answers to him, since you are still have a faith in yoga, the outcome would be you would be reborn, reincarnated into the families of pure yoga people who dedicate to the practice of yoga. So that is what the goal is. The goal is, even if you're not able to practice this intensely, if you have a desire, you have the mind in the right condition, if not this lifetime, you would attain that in your next lifetime. That is what the Krishna's reply is. And he also tells Arjuna that there are 4 kinds of people approaches Krishna. Krishna, when I say Krishna, do not think of his Lord, some God. Krishna is consciousness. Krishna is the one who is timeless. Consciousness is within, no beginning, no end, no middle. And that Krishna is what I mean when I say consciousness. But he tells there are 4 kinds of people who approach Krishna. One is who is distressed under severe stress conditions, or one who has a desire to learn, and another one who comes to me for selfish gain, and the fourth one who comes to me with a knowledge of yoga in action. Of all these 4 kinds of people, fourth one is my dearest to me, because the fourth one who has that knowledge, who has that intention of practicing yoga with the right mind, who's dearly loved by me, and that is what the lessons of practice of yoga in the teachings of. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna teaches Arjuna, at least he uses the word yoga more than 100 times. The Gita is not a very long book, it's a short book, it's a poem. In that poem, he explains yoga, teaches yoga to Krishna, Arjuna, more than 100 times. How yoga can be practiced. Yoga is not just asana, how yoga can be implemented in your daily lives. In the middle of chaos, in the middle of uncertainties, in the middle of stressful times. So that's all I wanted to share. Hopefully, enjoy the practice. Slowly hug your knees to the chest. You can still keep your eyes closed. Hug your knees to the chest. Roll your both knees to the right side. You can pin your both knees hug your knees to the chest and pin both knees to the floor with your right hand. Extend your left hand. Turn your head towards the left hand. Allow both shoulders on the mat and deepen the twist. Any tightness in your lower back should go away along. Slowly hug your knees to the chest again. Pin your knees, hug your knees, and then pin your both knees to the left side towards the ground. Use your left hand, wrapping around it, and then extend the right arm.
Keep both shoulders on the mat, turn your head to the right side. Relieve any tightness, any tension in your lower back. And there's one last twist. Slowly hug your knees back to the chest. Rock your body sideways, step forward, and backwards, and then slowly sit up.
Okay, so I think we are almost running out of time. Let me check the clock. And we have a few minutes left for maybe one pranayama and meditation. It's a great time to unwind or practice with a deep meditation. Use a use a blanket. It helps if you sit comfortably. Let's do Anuloma Viloma or Nadi Shuddhi, cleansing breath, and then we go into meditation. Use your right hand. Fold your two index fingers at the root of the thumb. This is called Vishnu Mudra. And then close your right nostril with thumb and inhale through the left nostril. And then close the left nostril with the ring finger. Close both nostrils. Hold the breath. Keep your mouth shut. Do not breathe out or anything. Hold the breath in the head. And then open the right nostril. Exhale through the right. After the exhale, pause and empty lungs. And inhale through the right nostril. Close both nostrils. Hold the breath. Open the left nostril. Exhale through the left nostril. Inhale through the left nostril. Close both nostrils. Exhale through the right. This last round, on your own, when you finally exhale through the left nostril, that's when we stop. On your own. Actually, preparation for the meditation. So now we will go into meditation. We don't have too much time left. Those who like to stay in meditation longer, you can continue to stay in meditation longer. Others who want to drop off, we have 5 more minutes. Not now, 5 more minutes. In 5 more minutes, after meditation of 5 more minutes, you can drop off. But everyone go into this still, quiet, meditative pose. Keep your hands in a dhyana mudra. Index finger and the thumb touching. You can place your hands on your knees. You can also bring your palms in your lap, thumbs touching. Sometimes this is how Buddha meditated under the Bodhi tree for 7 years. And you can do dhyana mudra, whichever is comfortable for you. Close your eyes. Focus on the Ajna chakra. There are two Ajna chakras that we focus in meditation. One is the Ajna chakra. That's probably works better for me. Again, each one of us have different technique of meditating. Many people actually like meditating, focusing on the heart center as well. That's heartfulness meditation. So whichever works for you. For me, the Ajna chakra works really better. It anchors me really well. It helps me focus on the inner light at that chakra. So choose whichever you like. You peel away from outer layers all the way to the inner layers until you connect with your inner soul. Peel away the physical body, mental body, energy body, the blissful body, intellectual body, all five layers, and then you go deep within, you connect with your soul, and that infinite soul where you absorb into the present moment, where you are absorbed in the practice of stillness, calmness, into that meditative state. That's where you sit quietly and meditate. With no judgment, time comes to still. That is what the yoga is, timeless practice, formless, limitless, selfless practice. It's a journey through the self and to the self. Meditate on your own. As you could listen to me during your meditation, Krishna emphasizes the value of loving relationships with others in yoga. One whose inner self has come to me, who is full of faith, who offers love to me, that one is considered by me to be the most deeply absorbed in yoga. Krishna defines what it means to know him. We experience Krishna in the taste of water, the radiance of the sun and the moon, the sacred uttering the words in Vedas, the sound in space, the prowess in men, pure fragrance in the earth, the brilliance in fire, the life in all beings, austerities, the seed in all beings, the discernment, the splendor, the power, devoid of desire, passion, desire that does not conflict with dharma, and qualities in the cosmic ingredients all around us and inside, outside our bodies. So he himself, he defines Krishna himself. It's not just some God. He defines himself as a consciousness in all these universal cosmic things. He continues elaborating, explaining Krishna consciousness into fire, into the radiant sun, the moon, the ocean, the quietly repeated prayer, the Himalayas, the thunderbolt, death, time, wind, the shark, the beginning, the end, the middle, the spring season, the courage, the silence of secrets, knowledge, beauty, and abounding power. But what is necessity of knowing such things, O Arjuna? I support this whole universe continuously with one part of myself. Okay, slowly bring your awareness back to the body. Arms into Anjali Mudra, close to heart center. Bow down to yourself. The self within me bows to self within all of you, each and every one of you. Thank you all for joining and practicing. One last Om, chanting Om and Shanti mantra, and then we end the practice. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace within me, peace in the surroundings, peace in the universe. Namaste. Thank you all. Enjoy your weekend. See you all soon. Hopefully, remember, I want to remind you in 2 weeks, 2 weeks from now, we have a World Yoga Day, International Yoga Day. We are streaming from the temple. Four of our teachers will lead the four different sessions from 8:30 in the morning to 12:30 afternoon on Saturday, June 20th. It's the World Yoga Day is on Sunday, June 21st. So we are also collaborating, partnering with Heartfulness Yoga in India. So it's an all-day event, but at the temple it's half a day event, 8:30 to 12:30. I appreciate you all joining. You register for this event at the temple Facebook page or HTGC Yoga Facebook page. We have an event on the Eventbrite. You don't need to have a Facebook account. You can actually, I would recommend everybody to go to Eventbrite and register for the event. So see you on the International Day of Yoga on Saturday, June 20th, and live streaming from the temple. Yep. So see you all. Namaste. Enjoy the weekend.